away, and we're actually going to do this. So how's it going, everyone? I apologize for all the trouble earlier. Apparently what actually happened was not, I mean, if I didn't get the Ethernet cable, sure, that wouldn't have happened regardless, but it actually had to do with the router. The router came unconnected from Wi-Fi. We actually have two separate routers. I'm not going to explain that. But anyway, yeah, it was the router that none of us really expected. So like 3 or 4 people. No, yeah. Eventually, I figured out. It's like, oh, well, that's probably the issue. It's not connected. So yeah, and then I ended up just stopping the stream because I was like, I'm not going to get anywhere. So I may as well end it. I didn't really want to, but yeah, that's what happened. So, but we're here now. So, how's it going? And welcome to a just chatting stream. I kind of want to take a break from games. Yeah, I love video games. You know, video games are awesome. In fact, I had my Nintendo Switch in here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Probably in the hallway because I'm an idiot. I don't know. We'll find it later. Maybe I left it downstairs. Oh, it's right here. Never mind. It's right here. I'm not going to be playing it right. Is it on? It is on, actually. Yeah, it is on. Yeah, I do actually. What I will check though, there is one thing I do want to check. The Super Nintendo. Oh, I don't have it download. I got to download it. That's fine. Okay, 0%. It shouldn't take that long to download. Okay, and it's done. Oh no, 2 minutes. That's okay. Do I have the backup thing turned off because I don't want to overwrite my stuff? If it did, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather replay Super Nintendo games over like Breath of the Wild, even though I probably will do a separate file for that, you know, make like a guest account or something. We'll see. Yeah, so it's whoa, I need to probably get to my channel. Should I put some music on? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get this copyrighted, but it is kind of boring at the same time if I don't do that. So yeah, what's going on? You could talk. Next gen consoles are coming. Let me see if I can get those brought up. Now this is not like a scripted stream. I just realized my camera's not. Okay, that's a little better. So yeah, this is not scripted. So anything could happen. The house could explode. I don't think that's gonna happen. That's the least of my worries. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, I know I was gonna look up. I might make the screen smaller in a little bit. Let me. Okay. Yeah. So none of this is scripted. Let me see. I'm gonna type in Nintendo Switch up, and what is this? A GameStop? Oh, that's okay. I don't care about that. That's not supposed to. I was looking at the Switch up game enhancer at GameStop. You know what? Sure, I think it's supposed to like make your games look a little better or something if you plug it in. But Collectimize is breakthrough accessory for today's Switch gamer. Use your existing PS4, PS3, Xbox One, or 60 right on your Nintendo Switch. Oh, that's what. Okay, no, never mind. I mean, it's still kind of cool, I guess, but I don't really. I could play my Switch games with a GameCube controller. Yeah, I have the adapter. I'm not gonna bring it up with me. I don't really see myself streaming with it. I'm just shit, knocked my water over almost. That wouldn't be good. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, volume is working on my phone. Well, I mean, you know. So Nintendo. I guess what they're gonna. I don't know if they may not even call it Nintendo Switch Up, but let me see. This is on Olive Raymond, it looks like. You know what? I'm going to do this. Let me switch to this. No, I don't want to do that. Do I? I make this a little bigger. Okay, well, I guess I could do this. So, this is Oliver Raymond. Put this over here for now. Okay, how's this look? I think it looks okay. Nintendo Switch Up, updated, upscaled, upgraded. I do like the design for this. I'll talk more about that in a minute. The Nintendo Switch Up is a fan-made mid-gen update proposition of the Big N's current console. Designed with a leaner experience in mind, it focuses on what matters. It's now more powerful, more portable, more colorful. Okay, so, and this is from Montreal, Quebec, in Canada. Okay, so, I thought it was real. No, I didn't think it was real. I was kind of wondering if it was like a leak. Because I saw this elsewhere, and I didn't actually, it probably did source it, and I just didn't bother checking all the sources. If this was the Switch, that would actually look pretty cool. Now, there's some, some minor gripes I have about it. It's like, looks like the headphone port would be at the bottom. Which, here's the Switch. This is the new model, by the way. You have the the charger USB Type-C port at the bottom. This is the headphone port. I'm not sure what that is there. Looks like these are either speakers or vents, maybe both. Like the Switch I have, like, you have the speakers like at the bottom of the screen. They're not the greatest speakers on their own. I mean, they sound fine, but these kind of look like the 3DS gyro analog stick, I guess. I do like the D-pad. A XYBA, that's fine. Home and then capture. These don't really bother me. I think for the most part, I prefer to have actual traditional analog sticks, but it looks okay though. Then you have the SD card reader on the side. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. It looks more like a phone, kind of. Oh, here's the... Oh, so it would be at the top? Okay. Then... Whoa, what is... Is that the dock, I assume? Okay, that's interesting. And then I guess there's 5 lights, and I would... Okay, let's read. Excuse me. The Nintendo Switch Up is an entirely new piece of hardware. It's updated from Factor Brains... Excuse me. From Factor Brains reworked ergonomics with rear grip handles that allow for comforter play sessions. More comfortable? Is that a word? Whatever. Yeah, I guess it is. The button layout has been switched to a symmetrical configuration, while the beloved D-pad makes its comeback. Yeah, like the Switch Lite. Or the Pro Controller, or you get a third-party, I was going to say third-party analog stick. Third-party Joy-Con or something, The button, I already read that. The new device is also smaller than its original counterpart. While its screen size of 7 inches brings a 25% increase. It does look, maybe, well, it's kind of hard to tell exactly. And this is not what this new Switch will look like. Not that it can't, but yeah. I don't think Up is the best name either, but I can understand if it's like an upgrade, which would lead me to believe it would be a mid-gen upgrade, not a next-gen console, but who knows. Because I just feel it's like, whoa, they just want to get that out. It's like Up means like upgrade, unless U and P stand for something else. But, unfortunately, though, I don't think it's going to be like this, which in a way makes me feel better. At the same time, I'm a little disappointed just because I kind of like how it looks, but I also have some minor gripes I already went over. Anyway, let's continue on. Speaking of display, the Nintendo Switch Up is now equipped with a new IPS LCD multi-touch display with a resolution of 1080p. Nice. So that'd be, what is it, 1980? Or 1916 by 1080p? Progressive scan? Something like that. I'm going to look that up, actually. 1080p, because I can never remember the exact resolution. 1920 by 1080 pixels, also known as Full HD, or... Okay, and that's according to Wikipedia. Okay, powering display is a brand new set of processors. The NVIDIA quad-core Cortex A72 in terms of CPU, and NVIDIA Turing 10 nanometers high performance for this GPU, not CPU, GPU. RAM has been bumped to 6 gigs. Personally, I'd prefer 8, but 6 is okay since it's more than the base Switch. It has 4 gigs, I believe. Ensuring faster loading times, better graphics, and overall greater performance. The console now comes with 64 gigabytes onboard storage, which means more room for games on the go. There is also an SD card slot for extra storage. Is it SD or... It says SD, not micro SD. I would prefer them to go with SD, but... Saying. What's I going to say? Oh, yeah. I still don't think 64 gigs is enough. That's just me. 64 gigs, it's better than 32. It's twice the amount. It should be at least 120. I mean, I would actually like to see at least 500 gigs. Come on, Nintendo. I understand it's going to be more expensive, but 64 is better, but I would rather see like 120 or something. You know, come on. Like, I mean, that's still kind of ridiculous, but, you know, if that was the case, I don't know, I feel like they'd probably just release like a 32 gig console, possibly 64 gig console, maybe 2 models. They need to go more than that, though. Shame on Nintendo. I do like this a lot. The Nintendo Switch Up battery technology. Shouldn't that have a Y? No? No, I guess it's... I don't know. I'm not the greatest at spelling. Apparently I'm not. Technology has been improved too. It now provides 4.5 to 8 hours of portable battery life, partly due to the additional room gained from the rear handle grips. Jet Set gamers can also purchase the Nintendo Switch Up shell kit for an additional 5 hours of battery life. That's interesting. If this thing was real. Raising portable gaming time to about 12 hours. The external battery snaps magnetically at the back of the console, seamlessly fitting the gap between the handles. Oh, I was thinking, this is just kind of sketches. I was thinking that was the dock, but hey, you know, whatever. The device's weight has been reduced to 12 ounces, making it easier to hold with one hand. This should prove necessary with games like Super Mario Maker 2, because asymmetric gameplay is making its return. Here's the console, you know, it looks like a new UI. That would be cool. But it almost looks smaller. Wait, are you sure that's not the dock? Hold on. I mean, maybe. What if it was like wirelessly charged? Yeah, I understand like the iPhone 10, you know, even I believe Android does this too. You can wirelessly charge them, but yeah, I mean, but I still feel like I don't even know if that counts. I'm charging this with my the wonderful lightning charger. But anyway, yeah, so, but I can like charge my iPhone 10, this base 10. Anyway, I could wireless charge this, but it's still sitting on something. Maybe I'm just thinking I should be able to do it over Wi-Fi. I know that would cost a lot more, and it's Apple, you know. So, yeah, but still it'd be pretty cool. I'm sure Nintendo could somehow pull that off. Maybe, I don't know. But if they wanted to go that route, I still think it'd be expensive though. But maybe I'll do it. Definitely cheaper than Apple though. Okay, here's the UI. Oh, here's console mode. Yeah, that was the dock. I'd actually be okay with that. And you wouldn't have to worry about the screen scratching either. It looks pretty much the same. I don't know when there's a bar at the bottom, but whatever. It's okay. It's not, this is just, it's like, what if this thing was real? You know, I would actually be okay with it. The Nintendo Switch Up comes with the redesigned flattened clock station. It makes it easier to pick up the device, now resting horizontally when on TV mode. It is called Clever Dock because it integrates its own processing power, enabling asymmetric gameplay through a stable Wi-Fi connection. That means you can now enjoy playing games on your TV with your Nintendo Switch Up resting in your hands. Games like Super Mario Maker 2. I almost said Sunshine 2. Yeah, well, wouldn't mind seeing that too, but anyway. It will support this mode. Just like with the Nintendo Wii U, you will be able to create even more levels. Okay, so levels on TV using... Okay, interesting. Oh, hold on. I missed that. You can now enjoy... Oh, because I guess you could touch this still. And okay, that'd be interesting. But I'm assuming you'd have to be by the dock, though. But still. Can I get a better view of that? Alright, it's alright. Switch up. Okay, 16 variant colors. All black, white, blue. Okay, cool. And then that would... it reminds me of the Switch Lite packages. One up your game. Yeah, unfortunately this isn't true. That's undoubtedly... Okay, yeah. Alright, I think we get it. That looks pretty cool. Oh, there's a video. Let's watch the video. 15 minutes, but yeah. Once again, this is a fan-made product. It'll probably never get released, but
one of the big ongoing rumors of the past year is the idea that Nintendo is working on some kind of new Switch, whether that's a mini version or a Pro, some kind of Switch revision, and hopefully it's something we might even see at this year's E3.
PlayStation.
Probably unlikely. But in the hype of a new Switch potentially coming out, a lot of people have started posting
So this is in
for what they think
Montreal?
Switch Mini or Switch Pro or some kind of Switch revision should look like. And a design that picked up a lot of traction recently came from designer Olivier Raymond, which is honestly one of the coolest concepts I have seen. I first saw this concept posted on Nintendo Life, and I know made a lot of rounds on Reddit before that. And it's this redesigned Switch that kind of walks the line between both what we've been thinking of for a Mini and for a Pro revision as well. It's a really premium looking idea. And the first thought I had when I saw it was, that's the best case scenario of what I want a new Switch to look like. And the second thought I had was, I need to talk to the person that made this because this is awesome. And that's exactly what we did. We reached out to Olivier and he responded, and we got the chance to do an interview regarding his logic into designing this revised, awesome Switch design. Well, of course, the main thing we want to talk about is the Switch design that you did. The Switch Up, I think is what you called it, right? Why don't we just go to the beginning of that? What was sort of your starting point when you designed that? You know, what kind of inspired you for this design?
Really, that was a personal thing. It was something I did on my own time back at home, and I started with the idea that I was reading a lot about rumors for perhaps some sort of a mid-gen refresh.
Is that my mouse? Oh, that's his
Nintendo
mouse.
Switch,
Okay.
which is a console
Wrong color.
I truly adore. I find the concept completely innovative, and it shows how Nintendo is always reinventing themselves, and I have a massive respect for this company. I think design is often a buzzword for so many brands, and very few companies get to have the courage of their ambition, and I think this is certainly one of those. And so I wanted to pay tribute to this beautiful idea by basically, I'd say, revisit the concept, and right away I had to, of course, let go of a feature that
Yeah, it's better editing than I do.
I found was very close to a lot of people, which were the Joy-Cons.
Now, one design decision that I know gets a little bit of mixed response, but I personally think is the right way to go, is the removal of Joy-Cons. This is something that people have theorized a lot in regards to a Switch Mini, where instead of having Joy-Cons that you remove on the current Switch, it's just a built-in part of the system.
Perhaps it's a feature that we could put away, and it liberates a lot of other opportunities in terms of hardware for sure, because you don't have those interruptions with metal rails and weight, and you could have more space for other components, and therefore pretty much more opportunities for performance.
Now, yes, this does get rid of some of the shareability factor the Switch has. You can just take a Joy-Con up and hand it to someone, but at the same time,
Just
it
a
doesn't
drug test from
stop you really from still having that as an option. A design like this could still support people using older Joy-Cons and connect wirelessly. It's just that there's two always attached to the sides for the main body. Are there any other aspects of the regular Switch
That sounds not a bad idea.
Either you think are faults or just ways?
I like the Hyrule Hylian he has over here.
So it's
On
quite
a shirt.
a kind of situation I put myself in, because I like games and I play some of them, but I wouldn't consider myself being a hardcore gamer. But reading.
Do I have the cursor on or not?
I was collecting basically insights from everywhere when I was obviously.
I guess I don't. Okay.
And I think the D-pad, for example, was something that quite a lot of people were screaming for, and I quite understand why Nintendo went with their proposition with the 4 little individual buttons, because obviously when you want to split them, then they become something else. But part of the continuing with the idea.
Yeah, I think they kind of wanted to be where you can hold the Joy-Con sideways. It would be awkward with the D-pad. It already is
One
awkward.
of the more interesting
Without
decisions
one, though.
alongside of that is that the right side of the controls are flipped now, so that the sticks are at the same height instead of being offset.
I mean, this is also another element that is very crucial to my proposal next to the original one. I think it's something that, it's quite graphic, and you see it right away. And I have to apologize in advance. I guess that's one of those professional deformations, or I don't know, but it's.
I still feel like the.
triggered in, and I couldn't live with the idea to have 4 buttons on top. And
Do I have a Pro Controller in here?
And that would be pretty much.
I don't know if I do. I thought I did. No, I don't.
Transparent here, that is the most. That would be the reason why I decided to.
Where's my Xbox
You know,
controller?
it's such a symmetrical way. Obviously for the
Okay,
clarity
well,
of
I'll
the
use
design,
this as an example. It's like the
understand that most
analog
people
sticks are here and here
the other way around.
instead of here's the Wii U Pro Controller. You know, like this.
Some of them are also, I mean,
Which is, I mean, it's fine, but I just prefer it being,
critics that were saying,
you know,
that they
triangular, if that makes sense.
I might have something they were appreciating this time.
Horizontal,
So,
you know.
I mean, in the end, it's I guess it always generates some sort of controversy.
Of course, there are a lot of functional things about it too. I think one little design choice in particular that I really like was the approach to the joysticks. With the current Switch, the joysticks pop right out of the main body of it, whereas with this design, they're sunken in a little bit, but they are still proper sticks. A lot of people, when they talk about making a mini or smaller, kind of stripped down design, they imagine using circle pads like on the 3DS instead, which I personally really don't like. I'm not a fan of circle pads. It makes sense for certain designs, but if you can go with...
Well, if you
joysticks
close the
instead, I
3DS, it kind of
for
works, but...
And this is a really good compromise for that design, I think. I think one of the most, aside from obviously the visual aspect of the Switch,
So otherwise,
itself, which
it would be
is
awkward when you're
noticeably
closing it.
different, I think one of the most intriguing aspects of your mock-ups was the dock.
It's a
result,
chocobo,
which
too.
isn't really anything like...
Assuming my mouse is working. There's a chocobo here,
Just kinda walks
Hylian crest,
your pitch,
Mega Man,
work, and
some kind of snake or something there, I guess.
I guess,
Oh, and then he has a Mac. I don't know why I pointed that last part out. What is this supposed to be, a face?
The duck came,
That one?
and I hadn't figured that part out right away. And it became quite obvious at some point that it was going to be basically the corresponding shape that would fit with the groove on behind, the backplate. And of course, then I was exploring a lot of different configurations, but this one seemed to be the most, I'd say, obvious one in the end. Often, simplicity takes quite a lot of time to come to you, and certainly is the case here. But I thought in the end it was a very elegant proposition because, well, most of all, there were quite a few people experiencing scratches on the screen and everything with the original dock. That's something that I wanted to, avoid. And of course, laying it in this specific way is you prevent this for sure. I also thought it was some sort of a celebration of the whole. It's like basically the Switch looks like it's resting in some sort of podium or pedestal, which I think is kind of elevating the whole thing again, as if it was on kind of a sleep mode because it's referring to the TV. So it's somehow I thought the analogy was quite poetic here.
It's not just the shape or design system itself either. I really love the return to colors. The mock-up shows a bunch of different color designs, and that's something that I've said time and time again that Nintendo is just missing. Yeah, we have Switch Joy-Con colors, but the Switches themselves are still just kind of plain black, and I would love
That
to
is
see them
true.
get back to a more color-focused...
Except for the Switch Lite.
With some of the older Game Boys.
Yeah, it's quite tricky because you obviously you're trying a lot of configurations, and then it's also a subjective thing because most people, it's one of those places in the design process where everybody has a different opinion, and so what I did was basically pick up some of the shades that went through history.
Splatoon 2,
Nintendo, and,
Yoshi,
so that
Smash,
Purple had to
Link's
come
Awakening,
back
and then
signature things. And then
some other game I missed.
Inspired myself from the Game Boy Color for that
Oh, Super Mario Maker 2.
green.
I don't remember what it was showing.
And the fuchsia color was, renamed as Ink Pink, as a homage to Splatoon. So I kind of
Inkling,
figured
you
out
mean?
how to link them all.
They said
to some
Ink
sort of
Thing.
Different universe. And so yeah, that's why you get those names. And for example, the Master Blue was for the Master Sword, kind of blue indigo shade. And the Cloud White was for those little clouds from Lakitu characters. So yeah, I basically went through the whole catalog trying to find the right character fitting with the right color. But yeah, quite some fun.
So what are the chances of a new Nintendo Switch being like this design? I mean, obviously it's not going to be the exact same thing, but
Cuphead.
how many ideas could be shared with what Nintendo is officially working on? Well, when you look back on the history of Nintendo revisions, they don't do it a lot for their mainline systems. The last time was the Super Nintendo when it got a slimline. But if you look at their portables, which I would argue the Switch is more closely related to, they do revisions a lot. There were a lot of Game Boys, a couple different DSs, and now a lot of different 3DSs. In the history of
And
those,
two
normally
different
the
switches.
revisions are
Not
relatively
counting
light
the
each time. They'll go
mop,
through
the-
3 or 4 different
yeah,
models,
anyway.
and each time some new adjustment or change is made. One is smaller, one has a bigger screen, one changes some of the buttons, and then it adds on and builds up more and more each time. So when you see the difference
Kinda like the
between
iPhone.
the 3DS and 3DS XL, it's not a huge thing.
Or
But
iPhone
if you go
10,
from the
that's
3DS
use
to
as
the
an
new
example.
2DS XL,
Keep
it's
it the
pretty
same
different systems
series.
by that point. The kind of changes proposed by this idea and what I think a lot of people are hoping for to see in the new
Sub-series.
Switch is a lot all at once. More than I think Nintendo traditionally does in their revisions, but I think it's what they need to do. The Switch isn't really treated the same way as a handheld like their other systems have been. It's a more expensive item. It is considered a mainline unit that is hybridized with their concepts for handhelds. And so if we're getting some kind of revision, whether that is a mini or a pro, hopefully it's going to be something that is more drastic like this and not just simply, hey, it's the same thing, but the screen's bigger.
This is something that probably not everyone freaks out about, but confession, I love cool packaging. I just love if I get a box that's put together in a really cool way. It makes you excited about the product. It almost acts as like sort of a little reveal. And I love the packaging in Design Posted as just any kind of insight or explanation of your process on that.
Sure. I mean, it's for me. It was an integral part of the project, and that's something where I guess my friends interrupted. I mean, they jumped in the discussion, telling me I probably was going a bit far, and they were probably right. But it's something I couldn't avoid because for me, it's the whole package. You know, it's not just about the object; it's the total experience. And but yeah, I think it's very important. I think, for example, Apple quite understood this right away. I mean, when you open a box, they even control the amount of air getting in the box, so you have a very slow opening, and they kind of hold on to
Say
the
Apple?
ritual so that it really is some sort of a celebration, and I think packaging is very important, and it's a fundamental part of the experience for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely that idea of just, there's the
Apple
instructions
does
there, you
kinda
move
do
that, and
similar
there is on
things like that.
display versus how the Switch currently is, where it's all taken apart, it's in the different wrap-ups. I mean, I know it's efficient maybe, but it's not fun, so I really like that design. Something you just said that blew my mind a little bit, because I already liked the name, but that didn't occur to me at the time when you said it. I love the name Switch Up. I think when everyone's talking about the concept of a new Switch, they say, oh, the Switch Pro, the Switch Mini. Very straightforward things that get the idea across, but not particularly amazing.
What do they actually call it? Switch Up?
If I can say it right. Just walk us through the name.
Yeah, I thought this was like a leak.
Yeah.
I mean, the word leaks, but this wasn't exactly a leak, though.
Or S, or all of those things we're getting used to, which is some sort of a little add-on. That
It would be new
it's-
Switch.
it's
Nintendo Switch U.
to
God, I hope they don't call it that.
1.5 thing, and so it had to be short, it had to be concise, and I went through a lot of options. But when that one came around, that was it. It's 2 letters, and it's very related to the universe of Nintendo. I mean, it's part of their. I mean, when you say up, everybody gets that mushroom.
Well, Pro's only
so
3
it's-
letters, but
I think it was it all it connected all the dots, and it became very natural, and it was quite obvious right away that and it's also a good indicator of upgrade.
Yeah, but I guess Pro has kind of been
updated.
overused.
So it's an update, yeah. So
Well,
it just
no,
it's one of those lucky moments, and I thought it was certainly the right approach if we were to go in such a direction for sure.
The main takeaway I want from all this is that I think the Switch has gone a long way in revitalizing Nintendo's image. There is something about that system that rekindled a love for Nintendo, not only in long-term fans, but it brought a lot of people back onto the system, even people that don't really normally play games since, the Super Nintendo. It's this idea that resonated with people immediately, and I think it opens up a lot more ideas in people's minds of where it can
thought
go
the
and
Switch
what can be next.
was more for
It
gamers,
was
though,
in and of itself a great
compared to
idea,
the Wii
but now
and
we
Wii
want
U.
to see the next step, the refinement of where it could go, and honestly, this concept art, I think, is just the best case scenario of what we could expect to see.
It's the dream. Part of why you enjoyed the Switch so much, you mentioned, was that Nintendo wasn't afraid to do something different, and that's where that same kind of conceptual stuff comes from. It's picturing something cool and then figuring out how to make it work, not the other way around. You don't go pure functional. You have an image and you work towards it, and that's something I really appreciated in that design.
And we really have to give them credit for innovating all the time, and they're reinventing themselves. I mean, I don't know what's coming.
Where are we getting this?
I'm obviously sure.
Wait, when was this video uploaded, though? Hold on.
You get closer.
That was back in June? Why are they just now talking about it? I mean, it was a good video, but...
Teacher,
That was back in June. What the hell? Why would they just now be sharing that? Oh, come on, man.